Hi everybody, I'm Any New Province, and I just finished up a league with Gruul Wizard Tribal. Some of these wizards really impressed me, and they gave me hope for a possible Gruul Kitty type shell. As always, you can recur your Viashino Pyromancers in whatever match you want by clicking on the timestamp in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the league. Match 1, Game 1, versus Trinket. We have a million Granger Guild Mages and a Forest. Original Magic art, that's right, yeah. So some of those classic Magic playmats are sick. So make sure if you guys are getting those, go give Color Commentary a shout out on it. I'm thinking about keeping this because, like, if we draw into a mountain and they're a deck that cares about X1s, then this is really good to just resolve on turn 1. And if we draw into, like, our Sprout Swarms or our Elvish Visionaries, then we still could be okay. It's a 1-land hand, but we're a 21-land deck. It's still kind of sketchy, but I have 3 green 1-drops in my hand, so I think this might not even be that bad. Like, we have a minute to draw lands, so I'm going to keep it. No, that's totally cool. That's totally cool. Thank you for getting that in there. So, a little bit of a sketchy start, but we're going to go for it. We're going to see what happens. I'm here to have fun tonight. Play this deck about as well as I can. Opponent maybe having a little mull over the turn 1 Granger Guild Mage. They're going to go turn 1 Delver, so hopefully we find untapped red mana shortly. See if we do. I will 100% trade this Guild Mage. Alright, so we'll attack with it. See if they'll block. No, this is not about cowardice at all. I'm going to put a stop on my end step because I got burned by that a few times last night. So we're going to, from this point forward, start stopping on end step. Alright, so we have to hit some red mana to make this a lot better, obviously, but in the meantime, they can start attacking through this Delver. Opponent gets the blind flip off a Brainstorm because, you know, it's Tuesday. So we'll see. Flip Delver, couple of Guild Mages. Let's see what takes it all the way. Let's see what goes further. Opponent's going to Brainstorm, probably looking for a little bit of interaction so that as our mana base develops, they might have a way to interact with us. Once they start leaving up blue mana and we find a mountain, we're going to have to start leaving one of these Guild Mages back, but it's not a big deal. Maybe they're going to play a Miscreant to block one of them and to try to get a Ninja down next turn. But, oh, they're just going to Vapor Snag a Guild Mage. Okay, sure. Well, they're afraid of the Guild Mages. Haha, but little did you know, we have another 1-drop that cares about us playing 1-drops. Oh yeah, man, always with the sketchy mana. You know I love it. So opponent's going to keep Vapor Snagging our stuff. All right. This is a little odd, Delver being on more mana than me. Oh, that sucks. Okay, so we are going to attack with Guild Mage. We're going to run this into their Spell Stutter Sprite. It looks like we're just not going to find our second land, which really sucks. Even 1 more mana would go a long way here, so I'm a little butthurt about it, but opponent may be thinking about flashing in Spell Stutter to block there, but they decide not to. With a number of 1-drops we had, I was pretty okay with this hand, but it's not shaping up. We're going to have to get a lot of value out of this Electrickery if we're going to go all the way with their draw over here. Ooh, here comes a Ninja too? Yeah. They're pretty much going to close it out here now. But it's better than flooding out, right? Yep, there's another Delver. So Electrickery is even looking kind of dead here. We're also looking kind of dead here. I guess we have to double block this Ninja, which kind of sucks. Then we're going to take 3, potentially 6. So we're just going to pass. Our opponent has been Brainstorming, so I assume this is going to flip. And that puts us in a... Well, I guess not, but it puts us in a pretty awkward place. Let's get this straight, though. I had a bunch of green. I cast spells every turn, and then my opponent eventually killed me. I guess worst case scenario, our opponent is going to be able to Vapor Snag this. And at least we get one of our creatures back. I think maybe we should just try to trade Guild Mage with, or we should just let Guild Mage die to Ninja, because I don't really think it's going to get us back, and we're going to need to gain at least a little bit of life next turn to get out of this at all, so... Let's leave back Essence Warden and see if they have an answer for one of our 1-drops. I assume they do. And we gain a life off of Fairy Miscreant. We just find more red spells. So we're dead here. Even if I do play out Guild Mage and they Spell Stutter, we go up to 6. We take 1, 2, 3. We block here 4, 5, 6. So it is very good against them. So I'm not even going to show them what other color we're playing. They're probably going to assume green or white, but that was just unlucky. We went a lot of turns without finding any lands there. So Mono Blue Delver, we're going to bring in Pyroblasts. We don't really care as much about the Essence Wardens here, so we'll take those out. We'll bring in our Electrickeries and our Pyroblasts, and we're going to save our removal for Spire Golems and stuff like that. Invasive Species is a little bit riskier, especially with like, no, I think I'm going to keep Invasive Species. They get the clock going. As they say, bad game. What's up, Gold Version? How you doing, man? Yeah, so I think Spread Swarm's good against them. Maybe I want to go down, like, what's up, Loose Bowel Movement? Maybe I want to go down an Invasive Species. I think that actually is correct. And I might go down a Faithless Looting. We're gonna have to get a pretty good start here and try to grind them out with things like Electrickery. So let's see. No lands. Perfect. All right. Well, this is a start. This is a start anyway. I'm gonna bottom Kavu. We don't have our green mana yet. I'm gonna play out Mountain, and I will, if they play like a Fairy Miscreant here, I will bolt it, because a really good start on the draw for them would be Fairy Miscreant Ninja. I'm good. We had a gold version, best version. Get that Ho-Oh, man. That legendary bird we were all in reverence of at the very beginning of the Pokemon anime. Hopefully we will grind this boy out. We're going to see what happens. We top out at 3, so I think I'm actually going to cycle this here. I'm not super afraid of what they can do. Oh my goodness. Are we going to like get mana screwed again? Is this going to happen? I don't need double red at any point. Okay, well, sure. Hey, what's up, Murkovic Fedor? How you doing? I think you joined the Discord last night, hey? As they say, BG not easy. No, it's not easy right now. It's not easy to be breezy. The one land woes are over, but it's not any of our on-color stuff. That's the price you pay for playing a lot of untap lands, and it's just a 2-color deck at all, really. Boros Monarch gets away with it with Prophetic Prisms, and I was hoping that Visionary could help us a little bit. But our opponent just very content to draw go here. We got a lot of good, oh my goodness, deck. Like, just a green source, bud. Come on. Then we can, like, Visionary. We can Kavu back the Visionary. Life will be good. Opponent just going to keep hitting land drops. And here comes a Spire Golem. Well, that's real bad news for us. Yep. Never easy. We always struggling out here. Life is a hustle, and we embrace the pain until we master the screets. I'm not sure what those are, but you know what? I'm out here trying to master them. Let's be fair. Yeah, opponent probably has a number of counter spells. We really need green mana. Ugh. I don't really know if I want to like try to Firebolt, Lightning Bolt here. I'll throw a Firebolt at, no. Even throwing a Firebolt at it seems really bad. I could just like pitch one of these Guild Mages to hand size, but this is just access to both colors when, I know, right? So we'll just hold this stuff up. We can use some of our instant speed interaction to try to, you know, get rid of a spell stutter or something, but yep, I guess this happens, guys. Sometimes you keep a decent hand and you just don't find your second color. Call it bad deck building. But I think I'm getting a little bit unlucky here. So let's see what our opponent wants to do. They have lots of cards in hand. They might just burn a spell stutter here. I guess not. So we're going to pitch Granger Guildmage because it's about the furthest thing from getting online, especially where we have another Visionary. We only need one of them to do what we have to do against Delver. Yep. Spire Golem gets in. Mono red discard to hand size. That's me, man. Land, please. Oh my god. I am actually dying out here. This is the worst. Okay, let's keep going. They're only hitting us for 2 a turn. We're not going to pitch the other Granger Guildmage. I think I might pitch Horn Kavu. I think it's just too risky. Especially we're gonna be trying to set up with Visionary and stuff like that. We can always pulse it back if we ever do survive to do that. I know, man. I know. Drawn through the deck. All we need is a green source. We had a good opener. It happens. So they're obviously just content. Even another red source, we might be able to force through enough removal spells to kill this, but I guess we're going to find out. Okay, here comes Ninja, and I assume they only have one way to defend it. So I'm going to... I'm going to bolt the ninja. They might have Pyroblast, so they're just going to replay the Spire Golem, obviously. Spell Stutter Sprite. Yeah, so we'll Pyroblast the Spell Stutter. Hopefully they don't have Daze. They might have Daze. I probably should have just targeted this or something. Ugh. Yep. Yep. Okay. So that's all right. It's kind of not all right, but we're going to try. 2-color aggro decks. New vape. I'm going to put that on my Tinder profile. Ugh. All right, so we are going to Faithless Looting. We'll pitch another looting. Good lord, man. Like, this is going to be mana trouble deck, I guess. And that's just going to be how tonight goes. I don't even want to pitch another looting. I guess I should start pitching green spells that I'll never cast. And we're going to Firebolt this ninja. Hopefully they don't have another Daze. If they have another Daze, they're pretty much going to lock it up. But so we'll Firebolt ninja, pass. Man, I have seen so much of my deck. For every deck that ever cheated on their mana in Pauper, like, I am dying for your sins out here. Needs more Manamorphose. Tell me about it. Well, this is, like, kind of Manamorphose when you draw green mana. Yep. So we're going to try to Faithless Looting again. They're going to Spell Stutter. We'll try to Pyroblast the Spell Stutter. And if they have counter magic for this, then at the very least, our Electricity is getting better. Okay, they're going to Snap Spell Stutter. Sure. Untap a couple lands. Back down comes Spell Stutter. And we won't get to loot. Just getting Delvered out. Delver on the Goldfish over here. Yeah, this has been some of the most unfortunate Magic I've ever played. That would be Fent Pressed. That would be... Oh, dang it. Yeah. I'm not all the way to Scoop City yet. I just want to see how long it's going to take for me to draw a land, and then we'll move on with our lives. So they have a Spell Stutter in hand to counter literally anything I try to do. We'll try to bait it out. So let's try to Pyroblast this ninja. And we'll see if they understand that I have a Pyroblast in hand. There's Spell Stutter. Okay, Spell Stutter comes down. Then we're going to try to Electricity. And we'll see if we get them, but I doubt it. Is this like another Daze? Delver never doesn't have it. Oh, they're going to Brainstorm. Okay. It kind of is, right? Well, guys, we're stable. We did it. Got him. Play well, still get outvalued by a ninja. We drew all of our sideboard cards, and they kind of did work back there, but we're going to have to try to resolve this on our end step to get back like an Elvish Visionary. That doesn't feel super good. Okay, well, there's a Gruul Turf. So we're going to have to do this now. We'll Gruul Turf, back an island. Opponent just like so hard on the trigger, it's incredible. I might actually get back Guild Mage here, because if we can get a Guild Mage going, we'll be in pretty good shape. But I think Hard Counter must be coming. I don't know why they've been sandbagging it, but... Oh, nice. Okay, sweet. So yeah, so let's see if we can pull out of this, guys. 14 life. Serrated Arrows, awesome. Renamiska, welcome. Welcome to the Jank Bank. Here we are trying to pull back from the Delver beats. See if we can manage it. So we'll play a land. I don't see any reason to run anything into this immediately. I guess we'll have to wear it out eventually. We don't have any other way of dealing with it besides like just digging for something better. I guess I could Faithless Looting here, where these cards are doing actual nothing, and we do have things that can beat an arrows. Outlawed by the Geneva Convention. You know it. All right, so I am going to play out the Vioshino Pyromancer. We might as well eat up one of those arrow counters and ping our opponent for 2. Going to F6. They're going to arrows our Pyromancer, and I feel like they're getting in with these fairies. Ooh, more arrows. Okay. Opponent wisely recognizing the X1 nature of our deck off of 1 forest, 101 drops. All right, we're gonna try to get there with Sprout Swarm through 2 serrated arrows. You guys ready? I don't think it's that bad, honestly. They're holding up Spell Stutter Sprite here, so I don't really know what would we play if we like tried to flash this back and they Spell Stuttered it. I guess we want to just like leave up mana and Sprout Swarm on their end step. Living the dream. That's us. Bone Splitter. Oh, that's gonna be bad. Yep. So 5, 6. Our opponent's probably just gonna put an end to it right here, unless we draw another Electrickery or something. Who knows? Could be like Electrickery into dead. All right, so we'll try to Sprout Swarm with buyback. That's gonna leave a mark. Oh yeah. You know what though? For not drawing a land for this long, like I feel pretty happy about it. Oh man, we turned on their Vapor Snag. Dechristen, coming to dechristen an actual match with this deck now that we have mana. Man, have a great night. Thank you for dropping in. I appreciate that you were there to see some of the unluckiest Magic I've played in my entire life. Madre Superiora. That's the... Is that like... Is that my mom? Is it my mom over there? Is that Mother of Runes? That's me. There are lands. And we're playing Mono Blue Delver again. Okay. Well, we're a Firebolt deck, so hopefully this goes medium to well. We are going to commit our Gruul Turf here. I actually might hold on to this because casting a Kavu might become Pantomount. Oh, opponent is just hard on this daze. Findelmeister, what up? Well, we drew no lands for 2 games against the last Mono Blue Delver deck I played against. And it was one of the most disheartening things I've ever been a part of as a human being, really. Like if I were to wait things. I think a ninja's coming. No ninja. Okay. Lucky me. So opponent's going to leave up Spell Stutter here by the looks. So if that's the case, I might not oblige them. I might just get in for 1 here and see if they want to slow down and try to ninja next turn. That way our Lightning Bolt might find a target. So I think I'm going to Radiant Fountain. We'll go to combat. We'll attack with the Essence Warden, and we'll leave up Lightning Bolt. Oh yeah, man. It was honestly like you'll see it. You'll see it. It's real short. There's just a good solid few minutes back there where I'm just hurting. If they don't, like, I wonder if they even hard counter this. Like, this is honestly just a decent threat on this board. Unfortunately, I don't think I can risk the ninja, so I think I might have to kind of sandbag a bit here. Had Obi event, then stopped. Oh man, they had a plan and then they just never did it. Bummer. Except the paper keeps drawing cards and decides to inflict you with leprosy for game. That's how they kill you, with the leprosy. All right, so we'll see if we can get a counter or a lightning bolt to eat something here. And then if they do spell stutter, that'll leave us an opening to just keep flooding out and probably lose. So I'm assuming this will bait out spell stutter. We're doing this so that we have some way of defending against ninja. And we have to spend this red mana now or we won't get to cast our 3-drop next turn. They can spell stutter between now and the end of our turn, so they're probably not worried about... Oh, I wish I had a Pestilence, man. All right, there's a spell stutter. So we are kind of looking for one of our Grangers here. That would be ideal. Granger Guildmage off the top would be money. They do have 1 mana up, so they might be able to defend themselves against that somehow. Rugged Highlands. Okay, so instead of casting my Journey Mage, I'm going to Faithless Loot and try to find a Granger Guildmage. Welcome to the Jank Bank, everybody. Welcome, Kahel28. Welcome. I hope you're having a great night, and I hope you're enjoying the Jank. We're on the Wizards draw. Holy here. We are going mono Wizards. So we are going to pitch like this. Play a Rugged Highlands. Mana looking sketchy AF right now. And then next turn, we're going to try to cast 2 Wizards. We don't want them to pick up this Spell Stutter Sprite with a Ninja, so we're attacking with the Essence Warden to see if they'll trade. But they won't. So I'm assuming either more Spell Stutters or or a Ninja of the Deep Hours is on the way. Could be both. They're going to dig for a Ninja. We do have main deck, like resolving these 3 spells, like if they don't have more counter magic, no, actually, all of it flew straight under the radar. I am allowed to talk about the Janku Banku. I think if I start talking about making deposits in it, maybe I'll maybe I'll fall by the wayside favor wise, but we'll see. So I think our opponent's looking for a counter for our 2-drop next turn. We will get to resolve one of these and start attacking for 3 all the time, and hopefully just walk away with it. It's good, man. It's good. Papa Google bless. Thank you. Thank you for always listening to me, Google. Except for when you wake up midstream and I get kind of scared. Those are spoopy nights. Those are scary, scary, spoopy nights. Okay, so this turn's going to be weird. We're going to try to Firebolt this. And then if they run in another Spell Stutter, we can at least get our Pyromancer down. And then next turn we have Journey Mage, and we might try into another interactive spell. So we'll see if we can bait out some kind of interaction with this. Although we may not. And then if we don't, like if this dies, then we'll just play a Journey Mage because they can't counter it with a Spell Stutter Sprite. They'll have to waste a hard counter on this. So here comes some counter magic. Actually kind of happy to see this here, unless they're going to Gush, which I'd be even happier to see, honestly. But it's probably going to be Spell Starter Sprite, and then we're just going to keep drawing towards our Electrickery. Oh, they're going to snap it. Okay. Untap a couple lands. Then they don't have to counter it. That's kind of awkward. What's up, Philog? Flag? What's up, Flag? Welcome to the Jank Bank. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, so if that's going to be how this goes. Only 4 mana. All right, so we know they have Spell Stutter Sprite in hand. I'm going to attack with Essence Warden, and then we're going to play out a Journey Mage. Because we don't want Pyromancer to get countered. Hopefully we can pick this back up someday, and if we just resolve a 3-2 attacker, and they don't get to recommit their Spell Stutter Sprite to Ninja back, then I think we're in pretty okay shape. So we'll play out Journey Mage and see if they have an answer. Not a Wizard, unfortunately. We do have a lot of Wizards in our deck, but Essence Warden, not one of them. Hey, what's up, Flag? How you doing? So I think I'll expect to see, hard counter here, so that's pretty good. That means they have Spell Stutter and a couple of unknowns in hand. Which means next turn should be alright. Maybe not spectacular, but alright. A Ninja here would kind of suck, obviously. It always does. But we will get to try to Firebolt something next turn as well. So if it's Spell Stutter, or this is like Hardcast Spell Stutter? Gosh, probably. Sure. Can't use that mana to Ninja, which is nice. So if they do want a Ninja here, they can only leave up 2 mana. They might be looking to play like another Miscreant and their Spell Stutter. They're just going to run Spell Stutter out. Okay. Well, happy for that. And yeah, so here comes Ninja picking up Miscreant, I assume. If they go Shields down, we're going to have a great turn next turn. Then again, if they're just raw dogging a Spell Stutter, I think we I think we should expect additional Spell Stutters. They're just going to pass through. Okay, so let's see what they can do with all that mana over there. Let's try to Firebolt this Spell Stutter. It's nice to be able to force them into action with stuff that has flashback, because even though they're bouncing their own creatures and drawing a bunch of cards and stuff, is this another snap? That would kind of suck. But they wouldn't get to counter this, would they? Yeah, they would, because it resolves before Firebolt does. So another snap would suck. Obviously, another Spell Stutter is a little crappy, but... Oh, it's just Logic Knot. Okay, sure. Yep. So we'll just Gruul Turf back a Radiant Fountain and pass the turn. We'll have tons of mana next turn to try to resolve both of these spells. Hopefully they didn't draw the rest of their interaction. Gonna make another attack with Essence Warden, because like I said, if they want to trade it with this counter lady, then all the better for us. They don't. We're gonna be grinding here, guys. This is gonna be a much different match than the last one, I'm sure. So opponent has land a few odd things in hand. Essence Warden is going the distance. They're at 16 here. So I think they're gonna pick up their Spell Stutter with a Ninja, which oh they don't. Okay. So opponent just passing with 4 mana up. Sure. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, so we're going to attempt to run out our Pyromancer here. See if it draws out some counter magic, and then we can pulse it back, recast it. They might just not even worry about it. Let's see what this is. Snap in the spell stutter. They're just going to hard counter. Okay. So I think we try to pulse it back here and then recast it. And of course, if they have a counter for this, that's real bad. Oh, opponent, why? Why do you have it all? Why? I guess at least they don't have a ninja. 2-color aggro. Yep, very, very shady 2-color aggro. So yeah, opponent resolved 3 counter spells and about enough cantrips to make things awkward here. So we're gonna be, yep, we're gonna be trying about as best as we can here. If we draw a land, we might be, and they don't pick this up, we might be live to, oh, there's Visionary. Okay, Visionary, always good. So let's run out Visionary, see if they've got a counter. At least I'm gaining life. Here I am trying to outvalue Delver in green. Visionary will draw a card. It's a Bolt. That's pretty dang good. I wonder if we just run this out vanilla style. I'm going to attack with the Essence Warden and put a little bit more pressure on. Just a little late. That's okay. We're about to cast a vanilla 3-2. See if they want to trade here. They're not going to trade. Didn't think so. So we're going to try to cast a Journey Mage. They'll have to waste another hard counter on it, and really that's best case scenario. This spell is just honestly a lot better. And having a 3-2 attacker is pretty fine. We can't do anything against another Spell Stutter Sprite, but as always, we are drawing towards our Electrickery, which you have a couple of Faithful Salutings to help us with. Wow, they're really trying to counter this. So opponent has 2 cards in hand. And we'll see what this is. Just another fairy hard counter. All right. So hard counter eats our Journey Mage. Everything going according to plan. We'll see if they run out another spell for 2 mana here. Not a ton of instants in their deck. I'm a little worried about them ninjaing this back, so I'm going to go ahead and kill this Spell Stutter now. Playing around days. All right, cool. So we'll pass. Just 2 fairy miscreants. Nothing too spoopy over there. And we'll see what happens. We're still at 21. I mean, we're hellbent, but things could be worse. Opponent still getting aggro, so here comes the ninja. No ninja. Okay. Yeah, well, we'll go to combat, attack for 2, and then we're going to try to run out our Visionary. But I can't imagine it doesn't get spell stuttered here. Let's see what this is. Snap block? Oh, just snaps the Warden. Okay, sure. Well, that's okay, because if they want to try to counter this, then they won't be able to counter a Visionary, which I would actually, honestly, have rather resolve. Because at this point, we just got to draw into more action. Granted, they could have 2 counter spells. And this kind of makes me want to even Faithful Saluting first, because I could pitch this, and I wouldn't be super butthurt about it. So actually, I am going to do that. So let's flashback Faithful Saluting. See if they are going to counter that. They almost definitely have a Spell Stutter Sprite in hand. Just a little bit late Liz for Drew, but that's all right. We don't really need more mana, so we'll pitch this stuff. And yeah, let's try to cast 2 spells this turn. So we'll try to cast Essence Warden. I'm assuming Spell Stutter's coming down, because we want to resolve this Visionary as well. So here comes Spell Stutter, or just Logic Knot, I guess. Deprive, okay, sure. And we'll try to Elvish Visionary, see if that gets through. It does, excellent. And we're going to sandbag lands for now because of Faithful Saluting, so we'll pass. We have another Pulse in our deck. We've got lots of Granger Guild Mages to start putting pressure on these Fairy Miscreants. Like, Ninja is obviously terrible, but that's pretty bad too. I guess we have lots of answers. Still going to stay on the aggressive plan. No Ninja. Sweet. Oh, yes. Perfect timing. Okay, so go to combat, attack with our elves. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can't flashback Faithful Saluting and Sprout Swarm here. So we're just going to pass the turn and try to cast this with flashback. Now, this kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We can try to Faithful Saluting into another Bolt or a Firebolt at some point. Opponent finds a Preordain. It's a pretty good spell. So they're going to Preordain. Okay, sure. We'll see what they do. He'll deck somehow. No, they're going to find a Ninja of the Deep Hours soon, and things are going to go a little bit sideways. So let's see how they Preordain. They put 2 cards on top. All right, so I'm imagining they drew into a Ninja here. They're going to cast Ninja, picking up Fairy Miscreant. They're going to draw another card, and this is going to be pretty much what you'd expect out of... Oh, they didn't draw Ninja. Okay, I can't... What would they keep? What would they top? So we'll cast Sprout Swarm with buyback, just tapping as fast as we can. And they might counter this. That would kind of suck. But the less counters they have in their 3-card hand, the better chance we have at kind of fighting back here. They're going to let it go. Okay. Draw a land. All right, so it's Faithful Saluting. And we have to find an answer for this. We can't really keep Sprout Swarming until this dies, so we can attack, but we gotta try pretty hard to find an answer for this. Yeah, I would rather this get countered than anything. Really, I'm gonna cycle my Forgotten Cave right now because I might hit Electrickery. Oh, okay, come on, guys, pray with me. Pray with me, guys. Oh, come on. Don't have it. Yes. Oh, that was so killer. Faithful Saluting resolves. We will pitch. Oh man, that was sick. Very, very low, I'll say. They do have a Delver online. We have to find some interaction for it, but we got a Visionary to help us do that. Oh man, that was clutch. Opponent going to continue to find lands. Oh, I meant it. We too are attacking for 3, and we're on the better side of this clock right now. Our opponent, unknown in hand, will soon have a new unknown in hand. Something that they topped too, so maybe they're looking for something that they don't have to pick up with Ninja. So they put 2 cards on bottom. That's a good sign. So I think they have Ninja something else. They don't want to hardcast Ninja here without backup. Delver probably going to get in. Delver's not getting in! Oh, stability, guys. Stability. Let's go. Alright, so what do we want to resolve here? Pyromancer is honestly huge. So let's cast Visionary. See if they have an answer for it. Nice. We get to draw a card. It's a Bolt. Oh, that's a little risky. But I think we're going to try to do it. Probably right now. Because if we can resolve this Pyromancer, we're still in okay shape. Yeah, so I imagined they had something here. Couldn't have been nothing. Deprive, sure. Alright, so now we'll cast Pyromancers. They have land unknown in hand right now. And we'll 2 them. And I'm thinking about attacks here. It just slams down Mountain Electrickery. Imagine. I don't think I want to try to force through damage like this. Especially where we have such a good chance of potentially getting them next turn. So I think I'm just going to Sprout Swarm here with buyback before they get a chance to look at their card for the turn. And pass. So we'll see how much mana they tap. If Sprout Swarm, if they go through their turn, say land 2 unknowns. So if they go through their turn without committing a blocker, then I will, that's a pretty good blocker. Then I would Sprout Swarm. But we also have a lot of burn in our deck. Like we can do 4 points of burn with just our, with just a Firebolt. Oh, Guild Mage, tight. All right, so let's cast a Guild Mage, see if they have an answer. And we're just going to Sprout Swarm until we can win the game. Or until they counter it. This will also win the game. And it makes our attacks a lot better on future turns. Okay, so we'll just pass here. But it was Blue Delver the whole time! Ah! They got us. But yeah, like I said, this can close the game out as well, and it does make our... if they block with Insect Elaboration, then we can kill it with this. Opponent's going to keep cantripping. I don't really know what their out would be here. It's hard to say. And it only took a decade. Elvish Visionary, man, it's real. Faithless Looting, Firebolt, I'm telling you. Delver Killers. Just put a bunch of Delver Killers in your deck. So if opponent goes to draw cards here, I'm going to Sprout Swarm. Or I can wait till their end step as well. I think, like, it doesn't really matter considering our board state. Yep, Spire Golem's going to get in, sure. But I think we've got him. Oh, it's a ninja, okay. So opponent gets a ninja down. I'm going to deal 2, draw a card. They're going to get to recommit their blocker. Giving Delver the business when. Yeah, I wish we had a Penumbra Spider in the sideboard. We do not. So opponent has 2 unknowns in hand. I am going to try to Sprout Swarm here. They play a land, so 1 unknown. We'll see if it's a counter for Sprout Swarm. So we'll buy back Sprout Swarm. And looking pretty good. Chances looking pretty sweet here. Buy back Sprout Swarm. And buy back Sprout Swarm. Our attack is honestly pretty safe next turn. Like if we, especially where they're not leaving anything back to block. So, oh, invasive species. Well, that's spicy, but I'm not really interested in doing that until we're pretty much winning the game. Because whatever we do get in with is pretty close to just winning us the game. And then we have Granger Guildmage back up. So we'll see if they have any way to answer our board, but I doubt they do. We won't give them any more information. Yep. And you die, right? Unless they have Echoing Truth. If they have Echoing Truth, then I can kill. Yeah, okay. Okay, we're good. So bring in Electrickeries, bring in Pyroblasts, and hope we draw enough lands to actually win the game. Don't jinx it. I know, right? Hey, Grayson Epps, what's up? Yeah, it's it was a little bumpy there in the first match. Bouncing via Shino Boy would have been sweet, yeah, for the win. But I don't really want to show them our capability. I almost submitted with 64 cards in my deck. I don't really want to show them too much of that interaction. So we'll take the same cards out. We kind of maybe we're going to leave this in, but it's a little bit slow. We're going to try to outvalue them with these cards instead. And we'll put it in like that. The Spider Silk Armor is more for blue-red Delver. I don't think it's as good at all against mono blue Delver. So yeah, so let's see if they can get us. I gotta stop compulsively clicking all the time. Like seriously. Also shouts out to Luscious Duncan. Recent single Brian Belegas still stuck in my head. Thanks, bud. It's a good one. Get in there, Nerf Blue Blaster. Friggin' Mega Man over here. Frig. Getting friggin' Mega Man'd. Yeah, man. I would really like to get a little bit of wizard value. Curving into this, like doing this curve, like Guild Mage, Pyromancer, Journey Mage feels real good. If you can resolve all of it, granted, but granted's like my new word. I say that all the time. I like that word. Now. We're going to leave the chat open because our opponent likes casting cantrips. All right, time to grind them out with a Sprout Swarm, gang. Superior Mom's back. That's what I'm all about, man. That's my whole thing. All right, guys, let's do it. Let's hope our opponent, we can bait him with a couple of Gruul Turf activations, and then we'll get to go Pyromancer, Kavu, and just win. Untap Red Source would be the best. There's Fairy Miscreants. They're going to try to get an early ninja here. Untap Red Source. Mountain. Oh, savage. Okay. So we're going to go real slow. If they get a ninja down here, that's trouble. We're going to go so slow, we'll be discarding the hand size. But I think that's what they'll do. If they have a ninja in hand, that is. They don't always have ninja, but I always feel like they do. All right, they don't feel like they always have ninja, so that's good. More fairies. Nope, just a ponder. Yeah, so my whole thing with that was that the green or the red blue version to me feels like it would eventually kind of coalesce into Janice Stone's Flicker deck, because if you're going to get, like, you don't want to get just one Flicker trigger off of this if that's all you're getting, so a Sprout Swarm will seem fast. Yeah, right? Let's try to get them to daze a Pyromancer. Do it. So they're going to cantrip a bunch. It looks like they didn't shuffle with Ponders. They must have wanted their top card. And they're going to top both with Preordain. So that seems like a little bit of a waste with Preordain, but yeah, that sucks. But anyway, discarding to hand size is what it is. We'll pitch this Firebolt, even though it's real good against them. Maybe we don't even pitch Firebolt. We might even just want to pitch Hornkavu. I'm not really sure, actually. Yeah. Not really sure about this. Firebolt's pretty good against them, but the flashback on Firebolt is just as good. So if we're going to have to discard a hand size, I'm glad it's that card. Our opponent's going to start finding the cards they were looking for with their Ponders and their Preordains. What? Okay, sure. Well, that's going to die pretty much immediately. So we'll run out Pyromancer to play around Daze. And I hope this Lightning Bolt doesn't get dazed, but I don't feel like it will. And we'll Lightning Bolt this Thornwind Fairies, because that's trouble for us. Pass the turn. Hopefully we get to recur this a couple times. All right, opponent, what do you have? Thornwind Fairies, pretty bad there. It would be good against us. Really, like, it would be a good card against us. They're going to Preordain. Vapor Snag feeling pretty bad against this guy. He doesn't even have to get in. He just, like, sits there and wins the game. I might start Sprout Swarming next turn. It kind of all depends how this goes. If they play another creature for me to remove, then... and they attack with Fairy Miscreant, then I will be removing a creature and getting with Hornkavu. Stormbound guy, sure. Well, it's not exactly the creature I was looking for, but... Yep. And will you attack with Spell Stutter? This can't block, so it doesn't really matter. Yep. I guess it's aggressive, but definitely not going to kill it for them. Okay, so we'll go to combat, get in with Pyromancer. We're going to go fast now. Well, this is looking a little bit more convincing than match one. Match one was, like, embarrassing. Like, brutal level embarrassing. So we'll pick up Pyromancer, replay Pyromancer, threatening 5 in the dirt next turn. No qualms about killing a Fairy Miscreant to get it in either. And we'll pass. Sprout Swarm if we want. Opponent's at 14. We have 2 Lightning Bolts in our hand. These might just start going face. So opponent gets in. And will they decide on a ninja target? Yep. Can't block, won't block. No ninjas, okay. So what's this going to be? Something? Dirtle City? Spire Golem, sure. Don't care. All right, so turn comes back. We'll play Tapland. Ooh, another Pyromancer. Never mind. Oh, they might have hard counter. I guess I'm a little bit worried about that. I might just do this. Play Pyromancer and plan to Sprout Swarm on their end step. But I guess if they counter this, then that's no-go. If I try to bolt this and they counter, then I can Sprout Swarm, and then I can just try to... Yeah, so I'm going to attack with Kavu. I don't even know if they're going to block. They might not block. And we have Fire Bolts coming back soon. If they don't block, then these Lightning Bolts are going at their face on end step. Yep. So we'll try to bolt that because it just matters too much. They play Spell Stutter here for the Rubbins. I guess Spell Stutter doesn't matter. But we will get to resolve another Pyromancer, which does matter. No, they're just going to hard counter. Okay. So maybe I should just kill this. And I think I will. It's the only thing that can get in the way. We're playing around days, so they can't do anything about it. And yeah, no Sprout Swarms this turn. We'll pass. Still lots of life, lots of ways to get in damage, lots of, well, one Firebolt in the bin. Opponent's going to get in. We might kill this Fairy Miscreant, or if they try to play a Ninja, we might try to kill that. But it's not really a big deal because of these. Yep, here comes Ninja. So yeah, we have to try to kill Ninja next turn. But yeah, so if they don't replay Fairy Miscreant, then it's pretty obvious what they're doing. But I don't really think we have a choice but to try to kill Ninja. Maybe they will replay Miscreant to block this. And we'll get to kill Ninja. Who knows? Find out next time on Attack with Horned Kavu and Viashino Pyromancer, best friends for life. What are you doing, opponent? Trying to figure out if you got to interact next turn? You probably want to save this boy. All right. Sounds good to me. So we'll untap. Ooh. Well, that's kind of the best card I probably could have drawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play cards, turn them sideways. So we're going to attack with Horned Kavu. Plan to... I might attack with both. No, I'm going to attack with Horned Kavu. Plan to... They might have Hydroblast. I'm just going to attack with Kavu. And then I'll play Pyromancer and leave back a Pyroblast. We might have enough mana to threaten a Sprout Swarm as well. So we'll play Pyromancer. If they decide to counter this, then we'll just kill the Ninja. Without even thinking about it. We're just going to let it go. Okay, sure. So this can do all kinds of getting in the way of Ninja, and worst case scenario, we can just do this with Flashback on their turn. And if they tap out here, then Ninja's going down. So is this on Horned Kavu? They're going to Piracy Charm this. Okay. So we will... no, we don't want to counter that. We want to destroy target permanent if it's blue. We'll destroy Ninja. Unfortunately, we can't Sprout Swarm, but it is what it is. So we're still threatening 5 on board. We get a Firebolt in the bin to keep the pressure on. That isn't Keldon Marauders. Possibly Pauper, not Keldon Marauders. That's the series. Yeah, our opponent's going to get in. We might have to change the clock here shortly. Though I don't know how we will. Let's see what they want to do. If they leave themselves vulnerable to a Pyroblast, then, or a Firebolt, then that's going to be happening. Yep, our turn. Pulse. Ooh, that's money. One, two, 3, 4. So we can't. This is tough. If we attack and then try to Firebolt this and they have like a Spell Stutter, then this Pulse is dead. Whereas we could just pass and see what happens and then pull something back. We are pretty close to being dead too, so I feel like we have to pressure them. So I actually might just do that. So we'll go to combat and attack. Try to get whatever interactions in their hand out of their hand. They might just not block, which is also pretty fine with me because then on their turn I can pulse. You can tell I was trying to use my memory, then name things properly. You did it! Hey, he was in the water. Thanks, man. Thank you very much for that sub, dude. I appreciate it, as always. Our opponent's going to run out Spell Stutter. Okay. Sure. That's pretty good for me. And we'll see how they block. So I think they're going to block. Yep. Trade and maybe just take 3. Sure. So they take 3. We will pulse back a Viashino Pyromancer, gain 6, recast it, put our opponent to 4. They have 1 card in hand. Or Bolt. Yeah, no, that's probably... I could see that. Absolutely. I had Firebolt in here too, so I think they were... Like, I don't know. I think maybe they should have blocked and then Spell Stutter spreaded the Firebolt when I sent it here, but yes, they very well could have been playing around it. We got them pretty dead to rights here. They are going to tap 3 for another Stormbound, guys, but that can't block our creatures. So their attacks are kind of dead here. And we get to Firebolt them for 2 next turn. We have a lot of cards in our library that just killed them. We will just straight up win very shortly. That is a good guess, though, Lynx. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. It's apt because I've been thinking about potentially making another deck with... Oh yes, play that awful blocker. I've been thinking about potentially building another deck with Survival Cache, so it's pretty appropriate that you'd be here to hang out. Well, I contemplate it as such. So we'll like Ranger Guildmage. That's a way for us to win the game very shortly. We're gonna do this while they don't have any cards in hand. Oh yeah, it's time. And pretty soon we'll be able to ping them out with Guildmage, or we'll just be able to kill their creatures with Guildmage, so we'll be fine. I think we got it. Yeah, Survival Cache is a really cool card, right? And now we're just going to have attackers for days. We can even cast this one more time to make sure that we have 2, we can get in for 2, and Firebolt is then lethal. But I don't think giving it up with the board state like this is worth it. Opponent is going to be able to attack for 4, 5, 6, 7. They're going to ponder. Let's see if they shuffle. Got him pretty dead to rights here. Yeah, man, it would be really cool. That was a crazy deck. That was like, I was pretty low on confidence at that point. I've been losing for weeks, and then here comes Links to the Past with their crazy Survival Cache deck helping me go 4-1. Oh yeah, Granger Guildmage is the truth. 100% the truth. Just because it's like a 1-drop for Horn Kavu, and it's got 2 abilities. I never give anything first strike, but it's with Horn Kavu, it's pretty good. And it's a 1-drop. So it's like, that's a pretty big difference in Pauper. They're not going to shuffle, they're going to draw. So what is this? A Fairy Miscreant. Okay, that doesn't matter. I think we win. I'm pretty sure we win. Okay, so let's think about this. We can ping with Guildmage. They'll have 1, 2, 3 blockers. We can attack with 4 attackers and Firebolt. So we have to draw untap land to do anything. They're going to get him a Stormbound Geists. Yep. We will drop a little lower. Okay, so if we attack with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creatures. Oh yeah, they drew a card off of Miscreant. That's true. So if we attack with 5 creatures, we do 2, and then we can try to Firebolt them to death. We're so close. We can Guildmage one of these down, and then they can block, take 1. And we'll be at 7. Oh, it's really close. I feel like I gotta play for the win here. Will we be dead? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we'll be dead if this doesn't work. Which is pretty awkward. Yeah, they're super cool. We might draw a Burn Spell. We draw a Mountain. Which actually might be enough to do it, right? So we can try to Firebolt them, and then we can Guildmage. So if we attack with all 3, they have to Abyss like one of their Spell Stutter sprites, or I think we got them. So let's go to attacks. This will ensure that they won't win next turn. And attack. Kill one of these. We only get in for 1, so that's not doing it. So we'll attack like this. To cascade aggro without being the same. Yeah, same colors, right? We're doing it. So we'll see how our opponent wants to block. They've got some interesting decisions. They know our only card in hand is Sprout Swarm. They'll block like that. Okay. Block like that. So they're going to bounce our Kavu. Dang. It's a pretty okay turn. Block like that. Okay, well, they're not going to bounce our Kavu. Sure. So that's blocks. And we will try to Firebolt you. And we can play around... No, we can't play around... We can play around Spell Stutter now with Granger Guildmage. So we'll see if they have counter magic. But if they don't, and they don't kill us next turn, we win. So we might have them here. We go to 7. They can only do 6. They might have another Piracy Charm. That could be pretty awkward. They've been a little weird. So opponent didn't... Okay, they just have hard counter. Sure. So we will pass. That kind of sucks. But they can't swing all out, and they'd have to draw more interaction here to, like, do anything to us. So they're at 4. We've got a pinger. We're at 8. If they attack with everything, they're dead. So we'll attack with Stormbound Geist. Sure. I guess that's okay. Not ideal, but that's okay. They've been going pretty all right. I think we're kind of getting close here. They're going to... Oh, don't gush or anything. Thornwind Fairies. Okay, that doesn't matter. I think we ping them. We're dead anyway, right? So if we ping them and we hope to find something off the top of our deck, I guess. So Firebolt does it. Faithful Saluting might be okay. Oh, deck. Man. Oh, that's brutal. Okay, well, we're dead. That sucks. But we were close. We're ahead on time. What do we have on top? That would have won the game. Frig. Okay. Yeah, we have lots of bolts. Lots and lots of bolts. All right, so we just gotta run it back. We're on the play this time. Curse you, variants. We would have won. Going all in on the Firebolt there might have been a little riskier too. So if they didn't have a way to... Well, they just would have countered the Sprout Swarm anyway, so... Yeah, so I guess we could have Sprout Swarmed, and then they would have had to counter that. That could have got in for 1 damage to put them to 3. Ping with Guildmage, they would have been at 2, and then they wouldn't have had any interaction for the Firebolt. So it was actually correct to Sprout Swarm on the turn I tried to Firebolt them. That was the way. But... Oh, God. So it'd be good if we found another land. This is going to have to do it. Unfortunately. Faithful Saluting will help us a lot. We don't need this much mana almost ever. Till the game goes long. Lots and lots of shocks. Shocks that happen twice. I'm actually going to top this. Because we're going to get to Faithful Saluting, and we can pitch as many lands as we want. We do need a lot of red mana. That'll let us have a Pyroblast up for their potential Ninja as well. Alright, Delver of Secrets. Just what you'd imagine. Alright, so it's Faithful Saluting. I'm doing this just in case I draw Granger Guildmage. Because Granger Guildmage is pretty okay against this deck. There's a Bolt. Don't really know if we want to just run Bolt out at them now. So we'll pitch 2 lands. We have Electrickery. I think Bolt would be... Yeah, I guess it's about as well as I can play around Daze anyway. So we'll try to Bolt it. It goes. We pass. And Electrickery, Pyroblast in hand. They have 7 cards in hand. We have none. Pretty much. Hull Breach. Oh yeah, Ancient Dread would be sweet. What is Hull Breach? That sounds rad. Oh, there's a Firebolt. Not going to be casting that right away. Not going to be running out any more Faithful Salutings for the moment anyway. Yeah, man. What is Hull Breach? Destroy target enchantment, destroy target artifact, and enchantment? Whoa. And Ground Assault. Ground Assault's a sweet card. Okay, they're just going to Ponder. That's fine. This is going to eat a Firebolt next turn. And we'll see what they do with their Ponder. They could be setting up for a Delver. So I'm probably not going to cast anything else. I'll leave up the Electrickery next turn. But we are going to Firebolt this. They're not going to shuffle. Okay. Forgotten Cave. Well, I think we can Firebolt this pretty safely. And I don't really know what they could cast next turn that I would like to Pyroblast. So I think I am going to cycle here. We might hit a Karoo land or something. Radiant Fountain's okay. And we'll pass. We are working our way up to 5 mana, but we have enough interaction. Oh, they could be working their way up to Geist, yeah. 4 minutes on our opponent's clock. Delver, okay. See if they have a Hydroblast to protect it or something. Nope, just a Miscreant. All right, well, this is going to be a little bit of a Wrath. So we will Wrath you with Wrath backup. Pass the turn. I am not going to look that gift horse in the face and just, like, not take it. So we'll Visionary. They can't Spell Stutter. They'll have to hard counter. This is pretty good to get down here. We'll see if they got it. Hard counter. Taps a blue mana. Thinking about it. Nope. Nothing. Okay, we'll draw a card. There's a bolt. Let's just pass. We have way too much stuff to be doing with our mana to think about, like, bolting their face right this second. We have time. Oh yeah, there's Spell Stutter. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna fire Lightning Bolt that, and we'll pass. Pyroblast back up. If they gush or something crazy like that, we might be able to get them. They're gonna Preordain. Sure, not a big deal. They do still have 5 cards in hand. Probably looking for land drops. And they put 2 cards on top, so here's the lands. Leaving counter magic up. We're going to start getting in with his Elvish Visionary. I'll play my 5th land to start getting Firebolt back, and then we're going to start sandbagging them for... we'll start sandbagging them for everything else. Faithless Lootings and stuff like that. Just Faithless Lootings, actually. So we'll keep going, attacking, trying to do what we can. Opponent does nothing. I will try to counter a Stormbound Geist here. Oh, Spire Golem. Okay, sure. Turn comes back to us. Pulse. What will we even pulse back? Nothing as it stands. I guess we could pulse back a Forgotten Cave. That's pretty next level. So I'm going to attack with Elvish Visionary, pulse that back, and replay it, actually. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Call it greedy, but time to build something sweet. Opponent not going to block. Okay, sure. We'll pass. See what they've got. Just a Spire Golem holding down the fort. Spire Golem attacks. Oh, man, yeah, it's a really cool deck. It was a lot of fun to play, for sure. Love me a little bit of land destruction, especially when it works. So we'll counter their Stormbound Geist. Pretty good. And turn comes back to us. No reason to pulse here. Draw Highlands, so it's time to Faithless Looting. Leaving up Electrickery for when that matters. Ooh, okay. Well, Journey Mage doesn't do anything here, so we'll pitch it. And we will Elvish Visionary, draw another card. Find a land. I don't know if it's time for that yet, so we'll go to combat, attack with Visionary, pass the turn. To lose the Dark Rituals? No, you still play them. They're just, like, taking up land slots. Opponent, you are going to have to try to close this out somehow. Are they going to do it with a single Ninja of the Deep Hours attack? They are. So, hopefully Firebolt, Electrickery, your Spell Stutter Sprite gets their Ninja here, because we're going to have to leave back our Visionaries. Alright, so we will play this. Firebolt, your Ninja. See if that draws out a Spell Stutter. We can Electrickery it. Doesn't feel good to Electrickery a 1 Spell Stutter, but it is what it is. They might have counter magic here. Wouldn't doubt it. Yep, just hard counters. We'll pass the turn. That's not a big deal. We'll double block ninjas for days. And if some nonsense happens, then it happens, and we'll deal with it. They're going to Piracy Charm, sure. Ninja gets in. Yep. So I don't know if we want to trade Elvish Visionary. Yeah, I guess we have Pulse in hand. So we'll do this. We'll block, and then we're going to try to Electrickery the Ninja on the end step, unless they play a creature that's worth Electrickerying, which they didn't. So we'll try to cast this on Ninja. See if they want to counter our Electrickery that's only dealing 1 damage. Sure. Well, hopefully they can't counter this Pulse, huh? So we'll try to Pulse back a... Oh, man. Journey Mage. Actually, so I should run out Pyromancer first, because I would like to know if this is going to resolve before I cast a Pulse. Yep. Here comes the counter spell. Okay, so we're going to have to play out Colony Garden. Oh, what? And we will pulse back a Pyromancer and pass turn at 26. Delver, sure. It really, like, these games go a lot better if we find a Granger Guild Mage. Like, way, way better. I'm telling you. There's a Sprout Swarm. Okay, well, that's really good. So we'll try to resolve a Pyromancer. I don't imagine it resolves. And then we'll sneak out a bot back Sprout Swarm to block this Ninja with. Are they going to Logic Knot? No, Deprive. Okay, sure. And we'll try to Sprout Swarm. Hopefully they don't have, in their few cards in hand, a Daze. But if they do, they might get us. They have 2 minutes to kill us. And they're going to flip a Delver here. So, no, they don't flip Delver. Okay. Well, things have been worse. I don't think I even let them draw an extra card off of this Ninja before chumping with Saproling. So their option of countering our spells now means that we get to resolve a Sprout Swarm. The worst thing that could happen is we flood out. Kavu, that's pretty bad too. All right, so I guess we pass, so they have to use mana on their turn to counter our Sprout Swarm. Frig. Don't flip this Delver. Oh, they're going to beat us in like a minute. Yep, so they'll go to attacks. You sure will. But I don't mind just getting interaction out of their hand in the meantime. And we'll try to buy back a Sprout Swarm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I imagine they have a counterspell here. They don't. Okay. Well, that's pretty good. Yeah. So we'll block with Saproling token. And turn will come back to us. Hopefully we find something. They would have countered that. Like, I feel like they must not have any action going on here. Just another Spire Golem. It doesn't really matter. Find a mountain. Wunderbar. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to Sprout Swarm. This is a little risky, but we've got to get Kavu down here. Yep. And we'll try to Kavu. Pick up our Saproling. I guess I could Vapor Snag this. That would really suck. Pick up Saproling. Pass the turn. They could Vapor Snag this anyway. And it's pretty much just as bad. And that way they can play around whatever we might be doing with 1 mana. All right, so Delver gonna flip now. No, still no flip. That's pretty good for us. Yeah, I like him a lot. Yeah, Tempo Fish. Oh man, yeah. Sorry guys, I'm in focus mode here. I'm really trying to really trying to win against this Delver deck. Double mono blue Delver to start the night is a little savage. So Ninja comes down. They're gonna draw a card. They only have a minute on clock. Like, we just have to play fast here. I'm probably playing way too slow, considering the circumstances. All right. So let's see what our opponent's got here. They're gonna have to do 20 damage in like very short order here. Oh, we keep drawing lands. Okay, so we'll Gruul Turf back our Radiant Fountain and pass the turn. Where they didn't have interaction for this before, I do think I'm gonna try this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we'll pass the turn. No good attacks with that Ninja. We can block this Ninja with a Saproling token. They only have 35 seconds left. The Fugitive Wizard's real good. But I want to talk about these wicked spicy cards. Opponent just going to get in with the Spire Golems. I think this is going to be it, guys. I think they just don't have time to beat us. I think they play a little bit too slow. We find a Lightning Bolt for insurance, and that'll be it. I mean, it's never nice to win this way, but I mean, if you can. I need the ticks. Straight up. These leagues ain't paying for themselves. So Delver may flip. We'll see what it flips off of. Snap. Oh, snap. Well, GG's opponent. I think that's going to be it, my dude. Or lady. Attacks with the Flyers. Yep. We will bolt the Delver. Just to try to maintain the fact that we could have turned the corner eventually. And we'll pass. Oh yeah, no, I'll take it. Play Visionary, and just pass the turn. They have 2 seconds. We have a bolt, and that's going to be a match. We won the die roll. We're going to play first. We have lands. We have Granger Guildmage. We have Firebolt. I am in love. This is what I want to see. Dr. Tape Samurai, what's up? Oh, wait, what? Is my stream title Blue-Black Land Destruction? Oh, no. It shouldn't be. No, it's not. It can't be. Is it? I thought I changed it in like 2 places. Oh, my YouTube video. Yeah. I posted the deck tech today for Dimir Land Destruction. So if you're over there on the YouTube checking out the deck tech for this deck, that came out today. That league was super fun. Those leagues were super fun, but it's good to see a Duct Tape Samurai. That's pretty cool, man. So how are you a Duct Tape Samurai? Do you like build your armor out of it? We have Granger Guildmage. We are a control deck now. Gruel, yeah, it's pretty cool. This is still shenanigans. No, like, do not let these shenanigans miss you. Our opponent is tanking hard, either tanking hard on their 7 or tuning into the stream. So hopefully we'll be here to greet them. We'll see when our opponent keeps. We'll make a nice clean cut for that YouTube replay. You guys really do get the best. You don't get the in between. Well, I do appreciate the candid moments we have with each other. I love oats, man. Frig. I do eat oats almost daily. All right, guys, here we go. Let's get real intimate right now. We got a second. Who here eats oatmeal every day? Oh yeah, true. Is that actually like a synonym for oatmeal? Because sometimes I call my oatmeal nutritional gruel because I eat it to sustain myself. Opponent does decide to go to 6. We're gonna play a red mana source so that we can activate this more of these, or Firebolt and Granger Guildmage next turn. Oh, Granger Guildmage, not gonna matter. It's a burn deck. Hooray! Well, we do have Soul Sisters, for what that's worth. So I'm gonna play Granger Guildmage. Ping ability not going to happen, and we'll play Rugged Highlands, planning to attack with Guildmage, pick it up with Kavu next turn, and start attacking for 1,000,000. This is out of burn damage, so it should just be able to. Favorite flavor: oatmeal, peanut butter, and blueberries. Straight up bear food. It is a cornucopia of flavor. It really is. Get a little bit of honey, a little bit of cinnamon in there, scant pinch of salt. Know what I'm saying? Just to bring up that flavor. Opponent knows about the Kavu, so they're going to hold their Searing Blaze to kill this. Or something. I don't know. So we'll go to combat. We'll attack with Guildmage. And we'll play out Elvish Visionary. We'll see if they want to start spending removal. We'll play Colony Garden, Elvish Visionary, so that no matter what we play, we'll have something to pick up with Horn Kabu. You had Concrete for whoa! Crazy. I've seen those shows where like people will break down whole cars and eat them, so not super surprising that you're on the oatmeal, that you're on the concrete diet. I haven't tried too many savory mix-ins. Just drink some hot water with it. Filling. I'm here is a ridiculous about Skyscanner. It's the best draw a single card creature in Pauper. You're just here to like talk it up, to like give it props. Well, you should, man. You should talk it up all you want. You should let the world know. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I do peanut butter it. So our opponent's going to Magma Jet us in response to our Elvish Visionary, get a couple scries, fix their mana. We're going to have to draw some of our life gain. So Elvish Visionary getting picked up with Horn Kavu would be ideal here. We too have burn spells. Granger Guildmage just never getting activated unless they play a Firebrand Archer. I feel like taking one off of this to kill a Firebrand Archer, pretty worth it. But maybe that's all they have in hand, right? Maybe they just have a bunch of those. Our opponent is playing glacially slow right now. They just start nailing hot water. What are you guys talking about? Chaos Painter, do it, dude. Do it. Like, tell the world. Tell the world. Olive oil. Oh, man, you are doing it. Salt, pepper, little cheese. I'm about to get into some of this, really. I'm about to have a look at this. They're going to Searing Blaze with Landfall. They're going to Chain Lightning us and pass the turn. 2 cards in our burn opponent's hand. We could stand to gain a little bit of life here shortly. So we're going to cycle this Forgotten Cave. We might... Oh, come on, deck. We'll play Rugged Highlands. You can't treat oatmeal like it's rice noodles. True. We'll attack with Granger Guildmage. We're going to pick up this plant token with the Horned Kavu. Unless our opponent next levels us, kills a plant token. And maybe we should have committed it earlier rather than play around a burn spell. But I think this is just like, if this has to bounce itself, that's just so terrible. We'll start picking up our gain lands. They could just kill us here, though. Magma Jet on their upkeep, sure. They're just like a canvas to wait. Man, you guys, like I've learned a lot tonight. So shouts out to the crossover cooking channel that we are now. Let's see how they scry. So they're gonna put 2 cards on bottom. That's good news for us. Do they draw land? Come on, drew a land. Nice. Can't do anything. Electrickery, mega dead. So we'll play a land, and I'm gonna start firebolting their face. And go to combat. Attacks like both creatures. It's definitely yeah, they're probably real good cooks, admittedly. So our opponent's going to go to 11. We can put them down to 9, 6, 5, 3. So we win with another bolt off the top. Any number of our like wizardry creatures could be pretty sweet. Probably should have picked up a Rugged Highlands there. There's a Lava Runner. Okay. We'll wait till they try to get in. I'll bolt that. So we'll go to attacks. Lava Runner attacks. Yeah, we're going to bolt that. It's just not worth it. Bolt Lava Runner. I feel like they don't have any action over there, so it's just, yeah, it's just way too worth it to use the bolt that way. Journey Mage. Getting there. Okay, so we will... we should attack first. Getting there. As long as we don't die, turn off auto yields. I get really paranoid that I'm just going to yield the turn and die because of it. Boggart Chef? Oh man, like goblin cooking? That's pretty rad. We'll play a Gruul Turf to pick up one of our Rugged Highlands. I guess, yeah, so we just win next turn if our Journey Mage sticks. So we'll play Journey Mage. And if they can't kill us. Opponent really not happy about Granger Guildmage here. They're going to scoop it up. All right, we did it. We beat Burn, guys. All right, so Essence Wardens are going to come in. Another Pulsamoras is going to come in. Oh, man, yeah. Imagine what a Black Mage's cookout would be like. You know, like... there'd probably be a little bit of sacrifices, though. I think, like, yes, next unset, let's have, like, an Iron Chef-themed unset. Crackland Iron Chef? Yes. More puns, chat. More puns. Yes. We can do this. Nice. Some delicious oatmeal. Frig yeah. Okay, so Essence Wardens and Pulses are what we have for this matchup. We'll take out a couple of invasive species because... actually, no, invasive species is probably fine here. Haven't thought out this matchup too much. I think Sprout Swarm won't matter very much, and I think we might get rid of one Faithless Looting. Or no, we'll get rid of the Electrickery. Electrickery is not doing anything. What am I doing, guys? Get out of Electrickery. Submit. Our opponent's on the play. They're probably going to win. Would Bacon, Tomato, Parm... Oh, that sounds really good. Yeah, that's kind of how it would be a crazy cookout. I bet the band they have is sick, though. They're probably... What would be, like, the best... Okay, so let's go, like, tricolor. Because people have talked about the music of, like, individual color combinations. But, like, who's that tricolor? What's the tricolor wedge? Or shard? Wedge, right? Shard? That you think has that, like, those grungy tunes, you know? With, like, just a little bit... We got 2 Pulses and an Essence Warden. Snap it off. Who's got those grunge tunes? You know what I'm saying? Like grunge, but with like a little bit of indie flair to it. Just the way I like it. Grixis. Yeah. But do you think they have like... They're probably technically sound too. They probably got that like prog rock style grunge going on, which is pretty sweet. Searing Blaze? Searing Blaze. We'll get it back. It's cool. So we're going to play... Ooh, we don't even have to. But we are going... No, we shouldn't play Forgotten Cave here. We'll just play a land and unfortunately pass, planning to cycle this. And then next turn we'll pulse back our Warden. And we can pick it up with a Kavu. Journey Mage for when we want to start attacking. They're going to have to kill us real soon. Just like my grungy flannel. Oh yeah. That's probably tight right there. Ugh, would like a way to deal with this. That's going to be trouble. Yep. Lava Runner gets in. Sure. So we could find... We have tons of 1 red mana burn spells. I don't know if we are going to remove this next turn instead of pulsing, but we'll see. We just draw another land. Deck. Come on. Bud. I guess more life gain is also fine, but deck. Like, be a friend. So yeah, so we'll just play a forest, plan to pulse, pass a turn. Hope our opponent doesn't have any instant speed graveyard hate. Somehow. They're going to Magma Jet us, so I guess, yeah, no, that's cool. I don't want them to play around anything, so we'll pass. Because they can respond to our Pulse of Marasa with more burn spell. Oh yeah, so maybe I should do it right now, because they can respond to Pulse with 10 points of burn. So I'm going to Pulse right now. They might play their next turn differently, but I would much rather do that now. And then we can just play Essence Warden and leave up another Pulse. Seems pretty good. Opponent plays a land. They're going to exile Riftbolt. 1 card in hand. It's a Stagger Shock. Okay, so Stagger Shock will flash back and hit Essence Warden, but they've only got Lava Runner on board. I think we're in pretty good shape here. So our turn comes over. We can play... They have a Riftbolt and a Stagger Shock. So this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potentially. I kind of just want to play Essence Warden, Horn Kavu, and then, like, because they'll point removal at this, and we'll have, yeah, okay, and we'll have a Pulse of Marasa backup, so I'm going to Essence Warden. Hopefully they can't have a Gut Shot, so it doesn't matter. Don't talk about what they can have. We'll Horn Kavu, we'll gain a life with the Essence Warden, pretty sweet. We will pick up Essence Warden, replay Essence Warden, pretty good blocker for that Lava Runner over there. Even if they do Stagger Shock it, like if they Riftbolt this, Stagger Shock this, you know I'm getting in the way of this bad boy. Mudhoney and Soundgarden, Jund them out for show. Yeah, I could see that. Really dirty sounding distorted guitar. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess what I was hoping for was, like, you know, some type of band that has some technical flair, but they're also raw, you know? They got that rawness. So even, so not turned on, Searing Blaze doesn't matter here. I doubt they'll attack, which means we're going to get to pulse back an Essence Warden and Karua land next turn. You're going to have to kill my Essence Warden a bunch of times, guys. I'd like to find a removal spell for this someday. That would be deadly. Because I have to get around to winning the game eventually. Ugh. Well, that changes how I'll do that. So I'm going to just pulse back my Essence Warden, play Rugged Highlands. We'll recur Rugged Highlands with Gruul Turf. They just scoop it up. They're not doing this tonight. Oh, I'm keeping this. Oh, heck yeah. Let's go. Pyromancer, Visionary. Opponent went to 5. That's good news for us. Yes, we are, bozo. Yes, we are. Although, who knows? Who knows? Let's see what happens. Maybe we'll go all the way. So we're going to play Mountain. I could see us needing more red sources in the future. We might have to just keep playing red mana or something if we keep drawing into it. Bozo, I got to compliment you again, man. Even though you're a little savage on the... yeah, see, that's a reason to play red mana. So we're going to try to Firebolt this. They might have Mutagenic Growth here or something, which would suck. But if they don't, it's dead. And then we don't have to deal with it anymore. But you get away with it because you post a bunch of other people's content on the Reddit, and I appreciate that a lot, man. You're doing God's work. I'm really glad somebody's doing that. Seriously. Big ups, man. Big ups. All right. Looks like Mono White Heroic might not find another Boogle. So we will Granger Guildmage to potentially shoot down another one of their Boogles, and we will ping them in the face for 2, pass the turn. Maybe opponent knows what's coming. They'll have to Boogle it up all at once. Oh, this is a lot of lands for Heroic. So big ups, man. Big ups. Maybe they're trying to find enough instant speed. Oh, man. This turn is going to be sick. Okay, so play a land, go to combat, attack with Pyromancer, and Guild Mage. No, I'm not going to attack with Guild Mage. I might actually take it a little slow here. So we'll attack with Pyromancer. We will pick up Pyromancer with Horned Kavu. And we're janking him out. We are fully janking him out. We have an answer to another X1 in response to one of their auras, so that's good. And we can still ping them with this. If worst case Ontario, we can still ping them with this. Turn comes back. We find an Electrickery, just more insurance. So we'll play Viashino Pyromancer to you. Live in the dream. Attack for 3 and pass the turn. Pretty close to just getting them here. A lifelinking creature would obviously be bad news. Opponent's just going to pass. All right. We'll Guild Mage you. Firebolt in the bin for when that matters. Turn comes back. We find a Sprout Swarm. Go to combat. Attack for 5. Worst case Ontario. Heck yeah, man. You know what it's all about. And I am going to Pyromancer and Visionary this turn because it's possible that maybe I don't want to show them more X1s. Yeah, maybe I don't want to do this. I feel like I'm so close. Yeah, I'm so close to just winning. I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, man. Hurricane Clinton. I am a big Trailer Park Boys fan. Trailer Park Boys is my life. Friggin' right we are. Okay, so we have lots of enchantment hate for all of their ridiculous enchantments. We don't have... I guess another Electrickery could be okay, but it's not always good against this deck. So I'm happy having one in there. So we're in Serene Hearts and Tranquility because in its essence, this deck is a Boggles deck. We'll take out some Sprout Swarms and our Invasive Species because I believe they're just too slow. We're going to try to race Mono White Heroic. Let's do it. Let's see if we can't race Mono White Heroic. Nice. Well, we have Bolt on turn 1, so it's keepable to me. We have a couple of our sideboard cards. See if they have a Boggle on turn 1. Trailblazer, that's pretty good. So no way to deal with that straight away. But we are going to... Maybe we should play a Mountain. No, let's play a tap land. We'll build up to some of this enchantment destruction so that... this is still such a good card. Without Edict effects, and without multiple burn spells in your hand, this is pretty big game. So they're going to play Benevolent Bodyguard. Okay. Sure. And they're just going to pass. Yep. We find a Radiant Fountain. All right, so we're going to want to looting away some of these lands. I guess where we have access to both of our colors of mana anyway, we'll Faithless Looting first. Would have been nice to find a Firebolt there or something. Okay, Granger Guildmage might be able to get us there. But we need more red mana to enable that. So I'm going to pitch Forgotten Cave... And as bad as it feels, Radiant Fountain. We'll play out Guildmage and hopefully assemble a board state where we can kill this bad boy. Thank you very much for the follow, Bozo. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Or Bozu. I think maybe I'm finally pronouncing that right. So let's see if we can't leverage this into a win. I think our opponent's stuck on mana. Let's hope they continue to be stuck on mana. Never mind. Or maybe they just don't have any of their enchantments. I don't know. They're going to lifelink. Yep. Sure. Don't know if I'm going to snap one of these off yet. That is a 1/5. That does get in, unfortunately. So here comes Bodyguard. We are going to just kill that next turn anyway. And yeah, I don't know, I guess trying to fight an uphill battle against a Trailblazer. Or I guess we can try to race them, but I feel like that's not a good idea, especially with this lifelink on board. So I'm going to play untap mana and just leave everything up here because we might want to Serene Heart and then Lightning Bolt something. Serene Heart, so it's at 5. Yeah, we don't have a way to kill this yet. So we're going to pass. Maybe we should have killed Benevolent Bodyguard. But anyway, Bozo. Okay, cool. I'll keep it like that. So we're just going to attack. We are going to ping the Bodyguard here. Ping Bodyguard. I'm assuming they're going to give it protection. It is interesting. I really like that the most important thing is that it's a 1-drop and we have Kavus in our deck. So they are going to give it protection, probably from red, but it doesn't matter this turn anyway. Yep. So hopefully we just get down a Kavu. They have a dorky kind of 1/5 that's not doing anything, and we get away with it that way, but Don't really know how that will go. Okay, Deathblade Elite. Got it. Let's do this. Because if they protect it now, they can't protect it from Guildmage. They let it go. All right. We find Visionary. Pretty good draw. So we will Visionary. Not worried about blowing up any enchantments yet. And we're just still going to leave up Guildmage probably. We'll Gruul Turf back a land. I guess we probably should start attacking though. I'm worried that they'll play the flyer, the natural flyer, and be able to boggle it up. So we can start attacking for one next turn. We have a lot of burn in our deck. We're going to get Viashino Pyromancer down, and hopefully we have a faster clock than they do by the time they start drawing into what they're looking for. But yeah, it's trouble as it stands. They'll get in for one. Yep. Not going to need any of our stuff. They're going to be important for attacking later. We might let something like that happen when Viashino Pyromancer gets down. Sacred Cat, sure. We'll ping it, or attempt to. Let's see what they do. Nothing. All right. So play a land. Play Pyromancer. Get you. It is, right? It looks way better when they're not interacting. At the same time, it's not like... It's probably not fast enough to beat this deck. We can get rid of a lot of their enchantments with the way our hand's shaping up. But as it stands right now, you know, like we're pretty far away from being able to kill this. We need one more red mana and we can deal 5. But I don't think they're going to go shields down on it at any point. So there's another Trailblazer that's going to stop the aggro a little bit. Yep. You will get in, gain your 1. Sure. We will ping you this time. Pass the turn. We still have a pulse, which is... Oh, good. Good. So we'll Journey Mage. Deal 2. Still leaving up Serene Heart. And this is going to start attacking pretty shortly. We'll go to combat, attack with both of these. And I think I might Firebolt this, despite next turn probably being okay for them. I still might Firebolt this and get it off the battlefield because I think them going wide is a bigger issue for us. So let's do that. Firebolt this. Because now we can start applying more pressure than them. And we still deal another damage with this. And we have more Firebolts and whatnot coming. So pass the turn. Opponent's at 17 is because green is typically a beatdown color. And green is a very good beatdown color too. They're going to give it protection, sure. So it'll get another counter. It's going to get in past something or other. Going to get in past the Guildmage. Yep. So we're just going to take our 2 here. Doesn't really matter. I feel like we're attacking for so much on the backswing, like, whatever. So we will ping you. And we're still going to hold off on destroying that enchantment. Once it gets like real big, then it might be time to do that. But for now, we're just going to be satisfied doing this. Someday we may just block and pull something back. But we're not ready to do that yet. Then again, we could leave up both. Or just flash this back at their face and move on with our lives. But I think we want to leave up Serene Heart just in case. Like, we could give ourselves a way to win the game pretty shortly here. So it's going to rebound. Yep, you'll get another counter. They're going to start gaining 3, which is an issue. For sure. Turn comes over. See what they want to do. Ethereal Armor, yep. Well, it's time. We'll wait till they attack. Manage something in Teamer. Green could help smooth out with that basic searching cards like Sakura Tribe Elder. Yeah, for sure. It's still going to be kind of big. Like, we are still going to have to contend with it, but yep. No responses just yet. Now we will respond. So we'll Serene Heart you. Destroy all your auras. So we're only taking 4, and it doesn't have a lifelink anymore, which is pretty good for us. We get a Tranquility if they dump onto it again. And yeah. See how far we can take this. Man, thank you for the sub, MJ Bacon. Thank you so much. Welcome. Gotta love that Michael Jackson Bacon. Michael Jackson, Kevin Bacon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can attack for 6 next turn. So if they don't find any more lifelink, they're just going to be dead. So we'll Guild Mage you. Turn comes back. We find a Forgotten Cave. I don't really know if I want to leave back Visionary here. I think I'll leave back Pyromancer. No, I'm going to attack with all of them. We are so close, MJ Bacon. We're so close I can taste the MJ Bacon. See what opponent wants to do. Slash of Talons or something? Okay, they're going to have protection next turn. Sure. Yeah, that's okay. Just protection from red, though. I don't really know what's going on there. 3 cards in hand. Man, thank you. That is amazing. That really is, like, the best. That really is the absolute best. So I'm actually going to Faithless Looting here. I feel like we might find a decent target for our Pulse of Marasa. We kind of do. Not really. So we'll pitch this and pitch this, planning to have them kind of, like, go all in, thinking they've got the win, and then Pulse to kind of juke them a bit. Obviously, it sucks if they get lifelink again, but we have an answer to that. So we'll just pass here. Yeah, I don't think they got it. We'll see. Yep. It's got to be pretty huge if they're going to kill us. Ethereal Armor doesn't do it. They're going to attack for 6. They don't have any lifelink or anything. We'll go through to blocks. No effects. Yet. Now the effects. So we'll pulse back our Horn Kavu. Gain 6 life. Take 6. 2 spells definitely won't let them do the extra 6. They're at 5. We have a Firebolt in our graveyard. Do we get him? Oh, what? No! Oh, rip headphones. All right. We get back Horn Kabu and go to 12, but they're gonna do friggin' 14 damage. They have protection from green. We can't. I should have played it, probably. All right. Yep. Yeah, that was tricky dicky indeed. All right. Well, hopefully we can get him on the next one, I guess. We have the right cards. Those Trailblazers are hard for us to deal with, for sure. Sorry about your headphones, guys. Oh, I thought we had them. I thought we had them. They had exactly what they needed. Probably should have played this to make sure that I had something to block it with. But then we wouldn't have been able to pulse. Just in case they had it. But yeah, they absolutely stole that. All right, we're on the play. I guess we're trying to race mono white heroic again. All right, well, we have a Soul Warden. We've got a card draw. We've got Granger Guild Mage. It seems pretty okay. We're going to play with Soul Warden first because we have nothing to draw into with our Guild Mage. Oh, it still gets past it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that's good. That makes me feel a lot better. So we'll play Essence Warden, pass the turn. Hoping to draw into red mana, interaction with Visionary, and just having our deck cooperate. All right, Deathblade Elite's not a huge deal. There's a Bolt. That doesn't do it. Visionary. Thank you very much for the bits, MJ Bacon. Holy frig. Thank you. Welcome. That's amazing. All right, lots of bolts. Lots of bolts for when it does matter. We'll see if they want to trade their Deathblade Elite with our Essence Warden. I doubt they do. I've got doubts about that. So we'll see if they want to boggle it up. I guess I can eat our Visionary here. Cartouche, yep. That's not the end of the world. We don't have any edicts, so that's not as good as us. Yeah, come on, red mana. Come on. I'll be the first to admit that the mana in this deck's sketchy. So if that's going to be how it goes, then that's how it goes. They might be running Strands as well, yeah, so they could have still had us. This has to block, though, right? So, yeah. Yep. It's got First Strike. That's a dangerous boy. That's the danger boy. Trailblazer. We're not going to make it, guys. They've only got 4 cards in hand, but I feel like their draw is good enough to beat us. I think maybe we got them in game 1. No. So the reason I'm not is because I want as much untapped colored mana as possible to play all of these spells in the early turns, which is a more risky kind of line, but it's a necessary evil, I think. Yep, so a 2/2 first strike, gonna eat our Guild Mage. That kind of sucks. But I guess I don't have a ton going on here. The less creatures, the better. IMO. I'll see if they pump this. Nope. This is just going to eat it next turn anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We want to definitely find removal spells for stuff. Oh, we're so dead. I probably could. Yeah, like I probably could fix the mana a little bit more. I just want enough. I wanted enough untapped mana to get Granger Guildmage going because it's so good at fighting Delver decks if you have it online on turn 1. But this kind of shenanigans probably going to be a little hard to fight through. Looks like our opponent saw our enchantment removal and has wised up. And we don't have wrath effects. Who knows? Maybe Swirling Sandstorm was the get for this deck. And we almost had him last game. That was so close. All right, we'll give him a couple more turns. They really, really are. Especially... Thank you for getting my back as I pretty much scoop here. And goes down Frazier. Yep. It's gonna be it. I guess we can, I don't know. Even running Lightning Bolts doesn't save us here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they got us in 2 turns. We'll draw our card for turn, see if it's red mana or not, and then call it a game. Deck, like, dude, you're not helping. Any of you guys watch Big Marvel on YouTube? All right, so Tapland, Pyromancer, Tapland, Mage. I'll keep. It's slow as old by Jeebus. Are we gonna play Mono Blue Delver again? Can we not do this all night? Well, top deck Granger Guildmage for the win. Oh my goodness. Sorry out there to everybody in YouTube land who's tuning in for match number 5. Our third match against Mono Blue Delver tonight. It could be Blitz, it could be Tribe, it could be a lot of things. But I've got a feeling tonight's felt a certain way. Given that I think people are just on counterspell decks because we ran into a lot of Tron yesterday. So we round out one Delver deck, so they're going to leave up Spellstutter here, which is good because we have Viashino Pyromancer. So if they think we're burned, they might. Nope. Here we go, guys. Infinite Delver matches. You ready? Granger Guildmage. One time. Dang it. That will let us hit our Journey Mages on time, and they are pretty good attackers. So hopefully they don't have a daze here. That would kind of ruin my day. Would you daze this anyway? Like, that's just disrespecting the game. Dazing a Viashino Pyromancer. We're going to 6 them without even trying, while assembling a board of, you know, slightly overcosted attackers. Our opponent's going to either Ninja here, which is honestly okay because we have blockers for it from now on, or they're going to leave up more interaction. Let's see if they're going to cantrip into something. They're going to put 2 cards on top. Pretty bad news for us. So I wonder what they drew into here. We can't really play our own Spellstutter Sprite at all here. I don't really know if we have time for that. Journey Mage isn't really sneaking through. So let's see if Pyromancer draws out any action. I think we might run this Visionary into one. Not going to draw out any action. We'll deal 2. I have a main deck Electrickery. So... So let's try to draw out a little bit of their interaction with Elvish Visionary. We'll represent a Lightning Bolt or something. I don't know. But we're just going to try to get some of that counter magic out of their hands so we can resolve these guys. They're good attackers as well. Adao Negro TMJ, welcome. They are going to Spellstutter Sprite our Elvish Visionary. Granger Guildmage would be so good. What's up, man? Yeah. With the M19. Yes, man. We're in M19 season right now. It is good. Life is good. Oh, MJ Bacon. If I could make Lantern Control and Pauper work, I'd be all over it, man. I'd be on that deck all day, all night, just making it happen. Don't hard counter off of this auger, please. Don't. Who do you think you are, opponent? Who do you deck? Who do you think you are? Is he Orcish Spy Bug? I think so too. There are lantern decks out there, and don't get me wrong, I have tried it. Don't think I haven't. So let's pretend we're gonna keep baiting them with get 2 Journey Mages, because we're just not doing anything. Like they drew a counter off their Augur Bolas. That's just how tonight's gonna go. Oh, we're getting blued bad. Spell Stutter Sprite, add insult to injury. Yeah, there goes hard counter. They have 3 cards in hand. We drew all the lands this game because we didn't last game. So that's just, karma. The thing about Delvers is they can't really clock us, and we do have a lot of incidental life gain, so hopefully we can get around it. But you can't win them all. Here comes a Ninja, I'm sure, because our opponent has it all this game. They don't have it all this game. There is light in the world yet. They might find just another counterspell off this, though. Shuffle. Come on. Shuffle. Do it. Shuffle with that Ponder. We can't really... Yeah, so they are going to shuffle. I might play Get 2 Journey Mage. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling playing a Get 2 Journey Mage next turn. Firebolt. Okay. Cool. So Firebolt's not a bad draw here. That's going to whittle down their fairy squad. So let's tap our mana real smart here. So that we can still cycle a Forgotten Cave if all else becomes lost. So we will Journey Mage, represent a Lightning Bolt. Oh, do they just have another hard counter? Opponent. Oh, they're going to snap that. Okay, sure. Untap a couple lands. Seems like pretty good snap target. You could have snapped your Spell Stutter Sprite and countered this. And where their shield's down, I think I'm going to Firebolt this Spell Stutter Sprite and still cycle my Forgotten Cave. So now they can't pick up Sprite with Ninja, at least. Small consolations, but hey, more ways to bounce our creatures and subject them to potential counter magic. Is just what we have. Yeah, it's just all over the place. We're wishing we had an Elvish Visionary kicking around to draw cards towards our Electrickery, but unfortunately we don't have the luxury tonight. Thank you so much for all the follows and subs and cheers tonight, guys. Seriously, that's huge. Thank you. That means a ton. Thank you. More augurs, but opponent, this card's really good. Don't do that. They get a Preordain. Okay, that's still a really good spell. This is my 3rd mono blue matchup too. It's a little tough, like where I am doing a YouTube series through leagues. I guess this gives people a good impression of what they're likely to run into. Thank you for the Moto Pleases back there. The weird land variance has been weird tonight. 100%. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a Ninja. Ninja me daddy. Yikes. Okay, Horn Kavu, eh? Wow, everything feels so bad. I'll play a land. Thank you for the bit, Loose Vowel Movement. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. So we're going to Pyromancer. See if we can bait out some of that counter magic. Here comes that counter magic. And then we will just Kavu, pick up the Journey Mage. They're probably like, what is this nonsense? Maybe they saw it. That's okay, man. Like I don't expect anything at all. So by getting anything, I appreciated it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, welcome. That's a great compliment. Seriously. I try really hard. Like exceptionally hard. Yeah, our opponent really has us dead to rights here. So we kind of have to find a Granger Guildmage about 10 turns ago to do anything. It's still okay. Like if we can somehow, maneuver around whatever counter magic they found off all these preordains, then we might be okay. And here comes a Ninja. Ninja me daddy. So yeah, let's keep going. Let's see what happens. We'll slog it out. We taken one off a mono blue Delver tonight. I would love to take another one. Oh, just the first 10 minutes was nice. Where I was getting wrecked by another Delver deck. There's a little baby chance. We would need like Electrickery, Flashback Firebolt on this, and have them not have it. So they don't shuffle, so I can't imagine they don't have protection against this Firebolt on their Ninja, but we don't have any other options. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do whatever we can to represent that we have additional things to do. So they're gonna Spell Pierce. Yay. Okay. Colony Garden so that we can block the Ninja and pass the turn. Our opponent on that Daze plus Tech. Alright. What do you got, opponent? Oh, we are getting ravaged right now. In the slowest, most painful way possible. So let's see what they got. More Lucky Augurs? Just whiff one time. Oh, good. Good. They get to Ninja and Augur too. I should have pointed that out. That's usually the best feel. When you get to Ninja your Augur. Little Gush. They basically cast a bunch of spells that are too strong for vintage play. Just in a row. And yeah. That did it. Still, like, a well-placed Electrickery goes a long way. They just top 2 with Preordain. So, chances of an Electrickery ever resolving. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. You have to do whatever you can against the Fairy Menace. We have Granger Guild Mages, too. Oh, God, no. Stop ninjaing me, Daddy. Stop it. Oh, they just won. Okay, cool. So, yeah, so Pyroblasts, Electrickery, and we are the control now. So we'll take out a Faithless Looting, we will take out an Invasive Species, and take out the Soul Warden, or Essence Wardens, and we'll go like that. Once you play Delver a few times, you sure know what you're bringing in onto the board. But yeah, that was a huge lesson tonight. Like, you can't... That must just be one of the things with Pauper. You can't make concessions to your mana base unless you're, like, playing... You just can't, because you have to play other cards that synergize with your deck to fix your mana, right? So you just... Essentially, you're either a slave to kind of slower fetch lands, making an aggressive 2-color deck... Ooh, okay, we might be able to do it. Making an aggressive 2-color deck kind of a non-thing, but we got Granger Guildmage. We're killing those heckin' fairies. And if they don't do anything... No, I'm not going to give them the opportunity to counter it. I will hold this Horn Kavu for the rest of my life. Mark my words. Pulse is okay, but they, like, usually they have times. So, like, if you let them counter something, then I don't believe in fairies. 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 I do believe in a thing called love, though. There is a chance we can make it now. When you look up to the sun, don't start. I believe in a thing called love. Sing with me. Ooh, woo, woo. So if we're playing the mono bounce version of this deck, I don't think it's time to Kavu, but I do think it's time to play Untap Mountain and not attack here. So that if our opponent does have some kind of contingency to Guild Mage, yeah, mono black is the darkness. I agree. So I have 2 cards on top with their Preordain, so they would have drawn whatever other one they wanted just then. And hopefully they're just locked under this Granger Guild Mage. Hermione? That's its name! Yeah, we'll ping you. I'm okay at being at life total parity. We do have life gain in our deck. There's a Pyroblast. I still don't want to go down my red mana to do anything too fancy, so we'll bounce this Forest. It kind of does. Yeah, like, when my first league was definitely not an example of that last night, but my second one for sure was. So don't even watch that first one. Yeah, that's almost definitely going to happen. So we'll have to try to force it through with a Pyroblast. Do we Pyroblast here, though? Yeah, probably. Because that's their whole turn. So let's see if they have an answer to Pyroblast. Spell Pierce? Is it coming? Here comes that Spell Pierce. Once these 2 lands on tap, they just have way too many ways to answer this. So I'm assuming a Spell Pierce is on the way. We're just going to F6. We got nothing else to do. If they got it, they got it. And that's the end of that. Vapor Snag. Fairy. Cool. Alright, so we will Guild Mage the heck out of that. Guild Mage this. And be leaving up red mana. Probably not a concern now. So we're actually going to Horn Kavu. Pick up the Guild Mage. And hope they don't have days, I guess. Play a land. Replay Guild Mage. Pass the turn. I need this mana. I need it. I need all of this mana. But they would have had 3 untapped, right? So they would have had just as many opportunities, and they would have gotten to get this back into our hand. So we're like, basically they have more resources, and we're back a step. Whereas if I could have snuck it through there, they don't get to do anything else with their turn. Like they just snapped, cast a Fairy Miscreant, and passed. So I think it was correct. I'm gonna stand by it. See what our opponent does with this 2 mana. 4 mana, Spire Golem. Sure. No big. Gonna have to let this Kavu get in, friend. Turn comes back. There's another Guild Mage. So we'll attack with Kavu. Yeah. I guess, yeah. Here I am coming from the limited school of Hard Knocks, doing exactly what's most mana efficient. Yep. So Spire Golem will get some of that. And we will ping Spire Golem down. Play another Granger Guild Mage. Cycle this Forgotten Cave. It could have been correct to play another Horn Kavu there, but I don't think we're going to be doing that. Our mana is kind of under a lot of pressure here with our Lightning Bolts and Pyromancers and Kavus, so I think this is probably the closest line here. More Guild Mages! Now they can't get anything with 2 power or within 2 toughness on the battlefield. Feels good, man. Also, 1 snap doesn't do it, so they're going to Hydroblast that, sure. That's alright. I am perfectly fine pinging you to death someday. Pass. Okay, so we will play... Attempt to play, that is. We will attempt to play a Viashino Pyromancer. See if they have any responses. Pyromancer comes in. This happens. And I think it'd be a little bit greedy to tap out of our red mana here, considering. I would like to get this down. I guess I can't Spell Stutter spread it. Yeah, actually I'm going to. We have Lightning Bolt as well. So we'll pick up Pyromancer, pass a turn. Ready to shoot down an X1 at a moment's notice. To do Gush and cast only 1 Spire Golem? Yeah, they probably don't have that many creatures. Although there could be like a Spell Stutter coming down here or something. I don't know. Just to like give them something to do. Nope, just going to play an island and pass. Okay. I can live with that. So my turn, we draw Sprout Swarm, so now we can start playing on their end step, which is awesome. So we'll attack with Horn Kavu, and yeah, just plan to Sprout Swarm. Lightning Bolt and Granger's up. I guess we can risk a Pyromancer. No, I think leaving it up for like any resolution is fine, but also I was looking at the chat, so yes, I probably should have end of turn pinged there. That is true. And we'll pass here. We still have our Sprout Swarm. We've got a Lightning Bolt if we have to do that. But our opponent doesn't have any way to protect their stuff. I guess like some combination of Spell Stutters and Snaps and things like that. Yep, so Augur's going to come down. Might find them something relevant. Going to get in the way of our stuff. For sure. Maybe I should have Lightning Bolt that in response. But, ooh, they whiff on Augur. Well, that's good. So we'll try to Bolt this to draw out a counter. Or actually, I guess we can just Guild Mage ping it with... Yeah, so we will Lightning Bolt here, because we still have a way to interact with it next turn, and if they use their counter magic on this, they might not be able to use it on Sprout Swarm, and that's pretty good. They're going to Spell Stutter, sure. So Spell Stutter comes down. We will ping it. I'm going to make them spend more resources if they have to. Ping Spell Stutter. They do seem pretty far behind the 8-ball here. They're going to scoop it up. Sweet. Got him. All right, so we're going to have a positive game win percentage at least, so there's that. But we have to find a way to try to beat Delver on the draw, and it seems a little unrealistic. Maybe Spider Silks should have been coming in this whole time. It seems like it would have been very good in the matchups we have played against them, but they have Snap. Like, I think we gotta try to grind it out, just grind it right into the ground. And you can, that's the important thing too, is you can resolve it on turn 1 before they can counter it. Yeah, that was a pretty good win right there. We have Electrickery and Pyroblast, so I'm not going to mulligan this. We will go digging for stuff with this Cave and this Faithless Looting eventually. I'm going to keep. Seems pretty consistent. They might go to 5. They're on 6 with a Scry. Where do you Scry? On top, so this is Delver, and I can't kill it. We might be in trouble. Okay. What do we draw? Mountain. Dang it. That's like the furthest thing away from a mountain I've ever seen. So we're just hoping on mountains here, guys. Otherwise, we'll wait until their end step on their next turn. I'm assuming they're going to flip this. I don't know how they couldn't. Wow. Okay, well, what did they scry to the top? That's pretty surprising. You have Island Delver. I'd be digging. I'd be digging to close this bad boy out. More Delvers. Okay. We have this that we can force through with this. So there's that. Opponent not going to attack with the Delver. Smart. Oh yeah. Gotta be smart about the Electrickery. I have 2 of them. Like, I really do kind of want to just run it out here. But they also have access to counter magic, like Spell Pierce. So I think we've got to develop our mana base, and we'll go for a Lightning Bolt on a Delver on their turn. And that might get a Spell Stutter Sprite out of here, out of their hand, and it might give us an opportunity to Electrickery next turn with Pyroblast backup. So let's see if they do flip. They scryed. They haven't done any cantripping, so yeah, there's a chance they don't. We might be able to get them. We're going to have to try to, like, force this through next turn. So we're going to try to Lightning Bolt. Oh, there's a Ninja. All right, so they're going to attack. If they Ninja, we'll Lightning Bolt it. And then actually we're in okay shape to just resolve a blocker. So let's see if they're going to Ninja. I guess Daze would be kind of a beating, but it is what it is. Thank you very much for the follow, Death by Manga. Welcome. That's probably one of the first times I've had a follower that's been hanging out with me in the Discord before they've come to hang out on stream. The only fairy because you said, I don't believe in fairies. Yeah, so there's no fairies. We're doing it. Our turn, we draw Sprout Swarm. That's not really doing anything. I think I am going to cycle Forgotten Cave here. We're not forcing through an Electrickery this turn. Yeah, that was pretty big game. Visionary is awesome. So I'm pretty happy to resolve a Visionary here. The only thing they can get a Ninja with is a flip Delver, so more lands, totally fine. Totally fine. So if they want to tempo themselves, I guess, you know, because that's best case scenario. Oh, got shot. That's silly. So there's another Delver, sure. Yep. Gonna leave 1 mana up for the rest of the game. Yep, we take 3. And I think we're just gonna attack with Visionary, leave up Electrickery backup with backup. Then again, yeah, so I can't Gruul Turf this turn if that's what I want to do. I wonder if I should Looting. Yeah, I think I'm gonna Looting here. I could pitch this Journey Mage. It's not the best thing, and if I'm just drawing into more lands, there's a Guild Mage, so I can get a Guild Mage down with backup here. Ooh, this is tough. Oh man, tough picks. I'm gonna keep Gruul Turf. Sprout Swarm can win us the game, but it's not as good as the other cards. This isn't very good. So I'm gonna pitch Pyromancer, Mountain, try to resolve a Guild Mage. It kind of is, yeah. Well, we have Pyroblast, but we can't force it through yet. And this Granger Guild Mage is going to start doing work in a second. Oh yeah, and they had the gut shot for it the whole time. Right. So maybe keeping Guild Mage wasn't the best idea. But anyway, it is what it is. We'll pick up the Forest. And yeah, they probably are, right? They might have Spell Pierce. They showed me Spell Pierce in game 1. And I'm going to use this to force through an Electricity later. So we're actually just going to pass here. If they do decide to tap out, we'll go for it. Going to attack. See if they want to trade this Delver with an Elvish Visionary. They thought better of it. 3 cards in their hand, so we might be able to pull one back here. Forcing action with this Pyroblast this turn is still a good play, because if they do counter it... Oh, card counter. Bummer. Alright, so here comes the Delvers. I am going to get this Pyroblast countered, I think. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I think we have to. So let's try to counter Delver. 4 blocks so that they can't ninja it. So here comes probably hard counter Spell Pierce. God, they had it the whole time. Yeah, we should absolutely be on the defensive. They're a pretty good looking Spell Pierce away from just killing us here, though. So we'll loot again. There's another Guild Mage, which makes this Electricity a little bit better, but not a lot better. I'm going to pitch Sprout Swarm, Highlands, play a land, play Guild Mage. Try to turn this thing around. Play this Mage. See if they want to counter it or Vapor Snag this or something. That's also pretty bad. Oh, they have another Gut Shot? Come on, man. Oh, man, when your opponent has the perfects, though, right? And we'll attack with Elvish Visionary past the turn. It probably won't be, now that they have 2 flip Delvers. They had, like, all the answers. Man, that's Delver, huh? They have hard counter in hand now, too. We don't have a Pyroblast to fight through it, so we have to, like, race them somehow. Which seems a little precarious. And we're dead this turn. Yeah, we're just dead. So, our best bet is to flashback Faithless Looting, but they can just counter it, so then we lose. But they might not. But then we pretty much still just lose, because we'd have to draw, like, land removal spell something. So, yeah, let's try to Faithless Looting. The old bait and switch might be the way. I will definitely not have any gut. Oh, this is kind of a raw deal. So we'll pitch Kavu. They might not know we're dead. Let's try to Firebolt this Delver. They have a hard counter in hand. Yep. So, no way out. We're dead now. Thank you so much for the follow, Blast Iron, but unfortunately in match 3 against Mono Blue Delver, it turns out that when they've got the gut shots for your Granger Guild Mages, it's a bad matchup. All right. GG's.